Hey, year 10, it's Mr. Arden here, and I'm just giving you a little update with what you're going to be working on for the start of this term. So, during term one, all of you focused on Romeo and Juliet, written by William Shakespeare. It's a fantastic play, and you can all agree that its messages are still very strong today. And what we got you to do at the end of last term was just to revisit the ending of that play. So, a quick recap: Juliet drinks the special potion that makes her sleep for a few days. Romeo doesn't get the message that was telling him that Juliet's going to pretend to be dead. Romeo sees that she's dead, gets some poison, kills himself. Juliet wakes up, sees that Romeo's dead. She kills herself. The families end the feud because they are so sad that their two children have died. So while there's no happy ever after for Romeo and Juliet, there was sort of a happy ever after for their families. But what we want you to do for your creative piece of writing is to rewrite the ending of Romeo and Juliet. We want you to start from when Romeo enters the tomb to see the dead Juliet. So as he's walking in, that's where you start from. For the next little while, you're going to be brainstorming as to what you think would be a good ending for this play. Here are some of the things that you can and cannot do though. So the thing that we want you to remember is you've got to stick to the time period of the play, okay? Donald Trump or nuclear missiles can't magically appear and everyone blows up and dies. You've got to stick to the props, what's possible, and also what's available during that time. Okay, so stick to that. Yep, they use swords, so stick with swords, that kind of thing. Okay, so another thing we want you to do is promote a message within the text. Okay, so Romeo and Juliet originally talks about this idea of family, or this idea or the power of love. Okay, and so we want you to think, what am I trying to teach here with my new ending? If you want to reinforce one of those two ideas, feel free to do so. That's usually one of the easier ways to do that, and there is no harm in doing that whatsoever. The final thing is we're not expecting you to write this like a script, okay? You can write it as a story, and please try and do that. Remember, in creative writing, you're trying to show and not tell. We don't want to read bullet points. We want to imagine what's taking place, and you've got to give us that detail to help us imagine. So what you're going to do over the next wee while and over the next few days is brainstorm this alternate ending that you're going to create for Romeo and Juliet. Your teacher's going to be there to help run any ideas past them, and they will be more than happy to show you the way. I'm also going to attach the task outline so you can see exactly what we're asking. Guys, we want you to have fun with this task. Think about Romeo and Juliet. Think about what's it teaching. What would you change? Let's see how this goes.